What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time. And today is disclaimer, big disclaimer. This is not really a reaction. I definitely know of this song, but in a way, sort of, because it's going to be the first time that I hear it properly, and that is Bloody Tears from Castlevania. Apparently, it's from Simon's Quest. So, two Simon's Quests. And I also have a request for Castlevania Judgment, which I've never even heard about. Really quick before I get started, this was kind of similar to a recent video I did, where I did something similar, where I'm like very transparent in a Legend of Zelda video that I've heard these two songs before. That was Song of Storms and Song of Times, but I never heard them properly or from the original source. And so I just kind of, I properly listened to them, so it's not really a reaction per se. You're probably really confused if you're a new viewer, but I am definitely aware of Bloody Tears, but I will admit, I don't know where I heard it first. I think it's just one of those songs that I've just heard in my life. And that's kind of the only way I can explain it. For the other ones, in the Zelda one, at least I knew where I heard those, but I don't know where I heard Bloody Tears first. I have no clue. I think it's just that iconic. And then Judgment, I've never even heard of until today. So, by the way, this is requested by Max and Will. I was surprised that there was actually a request for Bloody Tears. I don't know what else to say. I just had to put that disclaimer out there that this is like a 20% reaction, if anything. But at least I get to appreciate it for the first time and just kind of like really listen to it. Okay, that's enough. Let us start with the OG, the original minute-long. Oh, by the way, the channels are Explode 2A03 and Chapel of Resonance. I would have to assume this is Michiro Yamane, but I have no idea. Long intro. Bloody Tears, one of the most iconic video game songs in history. That I know for sure. This is the original. Ooh, I'm excited. How do I feel nostalgic for something I've never experienced? Dun, 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 dun. Oh! I never noticed that halftime thing. Or maybe I have, I don't know. I have an idea. Oh, it does not? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Alright, so I'm learning a couple things before I go on to the next one. This is weird. This is weird because, like, if you're watching this, there's a huge chance you grew up with this game. And I can kind of relate. I've probably known of the song for at least, I don't know, maybe half my life or so. And at the very beginning of the video, I said maybe this is Michiro Yamane, who was the first name that comes to mind when it comes to Castlevania. But it says right here, I can't confirm this. This is composer Kenichi Matsubara and S. Terashima. 1988. By the way, I haven't done many Nintendo, like NES games on this channel. I can probably count it on one hand. So it was really nice to be able to hear that, even if it was just for a minute, and just kind of experience it. But let's talk about the song. Let's talk about the song for like the most I can, right? It's not my first time, but I wanted to like really pay attention to that 1 minute and just kind of bask in it. Bloody Tears, I think to me, is just one of those sounds that I think people, if you showed it to just someone who maybe doesn't even play games, they might have heard it. It's kind of transcended where it comes from. And about halfway through the video, I had like a revelation, and I think this might be the case. I don't know. If I did, I would tell you. But I think If you guys are familiar with the angry video game nerd who used to be called the angry Nintendo nerd, that's how long I've been watching him, James. He has a really like funny old video of Simon's Quest. I haven't seen that in many years, but if the song plays there, maybe that's where I heard it. I could see it probably playing there. That's the only thing I could really think of. Other than that, I have no idea. I should rewatch that video, by the way, because that's like a classic. Oh man, like the whole like kneeling at the some like corner just to get like something floating towards you. But yeah, I do know that I've experienced the song through a cover quite a bit through a mariachi band, MES, Mariachi Entertainment System. They have a really cool, if you can imagine the dun da da with like trumpets and traditional mariachi like outfits and everything. Yeah, you should totally check that out. So yeah, I'm just explaining all this for the people that may be new. If you've been here a while, you know that I've always been very transparent of what I've heard and what I haven't. I've definitely heard Bloody Tears, like, and oh, here's another thing, by the way. Before I move on to the next one, just in a second, I recently just put a post. I'm pretty active on my community post on YouTube and Discord, and I asked a lot of people like, what are some songs that you just would never, that you are surprised that aren't here, and all that. And I actually had a couple of responses for Bloody Tears. And I wasn't going to like individually respond to all of them, but it's just like, because I heard it. Like, you know, it's not like before I did the auditorium. I've never heard a video game song in my entire life. I grew up with games, not as much as you guys did. But, you know, I've definitely heard, you know what's another one that I could also do one day, probably, if you guys even care? Vampire Killer. I know that song, but I don't know where it came from. Or I should say what game it came from. Or I should say, like, originally where it came from. But I definitely know the da-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. But this is like, it's kind of weird though, you know, it's like a reaction channel, but the only reason I'm even doing this one is because when I did it for The Legend of Zelda, it got good reception and people didn't seem to mind, but you know, I was just like, hey, I did, it's not a reaction. I'm not going to pretend I've never heard this before and just be like, whoa, that's so cool. To me, this video is, it kind of feels like I can finally like leave it behind me in a way. Like I've now made peace with it, but also I really wanted to hear the NES sound. It's so rare. Nintendo in general is rare here, but the NES, that's like, I don't even know what games I've done for the NES. I really have no idea. Anyways, now we're gonna go into what I would have to imagine is one of thousands of remixes for Bloody Tears. Also, by the way, just as a side note, if someone were to ever ask me in some kind of interview or something what I would think some of the most iconic video game music is, I would absolutely put Bloody Tears like in the top 10. And when I say iconic, I don't mean really like subjective, because everyone has their own opinion on like what I mean iconic, I mean like factual, like everyone knows it, not what you like, not what you think is the best. Pretty sure like most people, I don't know, I can't speak for everyone, but I think most people would agree that Bloody Tears is like way up there in like the Hall of Fame. Anyways, I'm talking a lot, but hey, it's kind of a unique video and I can't sleep. So this is Castlevania Judgment. I've never even heard of this game. I don't know anything about this game. Bloody Tears. This one's 3 minutes. All right, let's go. Such a cool song. You can do so many things with it. It feels right just to have it here, you know? Like, it feels like, I don't know. It's so funny how metal works so well with Castlevania. Okay, that's you. You gotta mix it up. It's been done so many times. Swapping solos? Okay, I like it. Oh, the rhythm guitar. It's so power metal. If you have a favorite mix of this song, tell me what it is. I'm sure everyone has like their own version that they like. It's such a good melody though, I mean, undeniable. We gotta give this game its flowers, the song's flowers. This is me giving it its flowers. Party. Judgment. Yeah, we have about a minute. Let's look up Judgment. I wish the keyboard was louder here. It's so low. This is a Wii game. 2008. It's rated very poorly. It's okay. The song can carry it. You know, before I even talk about this one in particular, regarding the original song, like the actual song as a whole, I did learn something today, if that's true. If this one was not composed by Michiru Yamane. So does that mean she wasn't there at the beginning? That's news to me. I thought she was like I thought she made the iconic theme. I've never heard Kenichi Matsuwara. Excuse me. But then the song itself, let's talk about the song itself, like what it entails. I think the easiest way to describe the song is that it is memorable from the moment it starts till it ends. Every little part is extremely memorable. The intro, probably the most Dracula sounding thing in a video game that like instantly comes to mind. That is the technique is called a pedal tone, which is one of my favorite techniques on any instrument. I think it's to me, when I think of the pedal tone, I think of the organ, the piano, any keyed instrument, and the guitar. The guitar can do it with tapping. All pedal tone is, and all what you're hearing at the beginning, the pedal part is one note being repeated while something else is happening. So the best way you can, you know what, maybe I can like demonstrate it actually. Once you know what it is, like you imagine one hand doing one thing and the other hand just moving. Maybe if I slowed it down, I never even thought about it. Maybe if you slow it down, you can like kind of pick up on that. I never do this, but let me see. Because usually when you put the speed down on YouTube, it sounds like crap. Let me do half speed on the original. That's the pedal tone. And then the harmony. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot there's a harmony there. Yeah, so that's the sound of the pedal tone. It's just and it's the same thing with tapping. If you ever see a guitar, like put both hands on the fretboard, the picking hand or the tapping hand is usually in one spot. It's one of those techniques where you don't even have to be like a music person, you just, once you hear it, you just kind of know that's what it is. So if you're ever wondering what that sound is, it's a pedal tone. Anyways, so we got the pedal tone, and then immediately right after that, we have one of the most memorable hooks. Da da da, da 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 da. The whole song shifts in mood, right? It starts off, it's as soon as it starts off, it sounds really demonic and Halloween or something. And as soon as that main melody kicks in, it kind of like lightens up and becomes a little hopeful. Da, 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 da. And then right after that, do 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 do. So everything is memorable. It's a very simple song, but it's one of those songs where I feel like as soon as they made it, like the composer was just like, he had to like show someone in the room, like, dude, listen to what I just made. This is one of the coolest things ever. Now, as far as the Judgment one, I mean, it sounded cool. I feel like there's hundreds of covers like that. It's such a covered song. So Castlevania Judgment is a 2008 fighting game. Developed by Aiding and published by Konami for the Wii. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just this first sentence has got me messed up. It's the series' first fighting game. What? Just a quick, brief history for anyone who's watched my channel. You've heard me say the word Bloody Roar. It's my favorite soundtrack. It's also a fighting game. Aiding developed that. And apparently they also did this one. Small World. I haven't even heard the word Aiding since Bloody... Okay. It's a fighting game. The first fighting game for the series. Okay. 2008 Wii. It's 3D environments. Oh god, it uses motion sensing controls of the Wii remote. Oh, so it's like you gotta do that to... Ooh. Ooh. Oh, these scores are... I mean, hey, if you like the game, you like the game, but... You know, it's pretty funny. Every time I look up stuff, I would say 9 times out of 10, I see good reviews. You know, not that that matters. I'm just curious. It's always like right there next to everything else. This is the first time, I think, that I can recall that the reviews are bad. We got D-, 49 out of 100, 1 out of 5 stars, etc., etc. You get the. Whew, okay. Well, visually it looks okay, but it's a fighting game. You know what? Here's my take on that. Can you blame them? If you're a developer, you're one of these executives, you see, hey, Castlevania sells well, let's just keep trying to get different markets, right? That's how you make money. We're missing out on this market over here. These fighters, they need a Castlevania fighting game. Whatever. Hey, but I'm sure the music rules, not only because it's Castlevania music, but I'm pretty biased towards fighting game music. So if I had to take a guess, without even knowing anything about the game, the soundtrack to this game probably is amazing. That sounded really cool. It sounded really cool. Super power metal, very metal, and then like the swapping of keyboard, electric guitars. But I really wanted to focus on like the song itself, like the aura of the song. I can't even say the word aura anymore. Freaking like Gen Alpha has ruined that term. The what's another word for aura? The essence of the song, you know, the allure. It's prestigious. If anything, I don't know. Like Bloody Tears is, plus the name, dude. It's so brutal. Bloody Tears. If you played this game, either when it came out or you were young, like let's say you were anywhere from, I don't know, 5 to 15 years old, and you played this and you experienced that, I have a feeling that you remember that moment, because I would. I feel like if I heard Bloody Tears for the first time on a crappy CRT TV or something, I think Bloody Tears is one of those songs that would be the catalyst for you liking video game music, or at least start to pay attention to like your ears like turning on to something. I could totally see that. I'm comparing it to something that happened to me, right? That I kind of did the same thing with Sonic 1 and Mortal Kombat 1 on the Sega. I remember like perking up whenever I started to hear those synthesizers in Green Hill Zone and stuff. So I feel like Bloody Tears it makes sense to be here, you know. I wish I could have reacted to it. Who knows what my reaction would have been. I think the only way you're ever going to get someone to react to this is just someone who's been so disconnected from video games and maybe even pop culture. I would have to send you, I think in order to get a true reaction to Bloody Tears, you'd have to send it to like a boomer or someone, what's older than boomer? I don't even remember, but you know, someone in like their 60s or something. Or, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, be an ageist. Is that a word? Just someone who's never been. I'm very curious to see someone react legitimately to Bloody Tears. So if you guys ever find one, let me know. I'm very curious. Unfortunately, it can't be me. I wish it could be me. I would have lost my mind. Anyways, tell me what your favorite covers are, what your memories of Bloody Tears is. Anything Bloody Tears, just let me know. Have you played either of these two games? And my recommendation is to check out the Mariachi Entertainment System version. It's, here, I'll look it up for you. It's right here. Bloody Tears. There you go. Oh, look, and even the live version, too. They did it for Halloween. Hell yeah. Okay, well, that is my, I don't have a name for this series or anything. But this is the second time, or technically like second and a half time, I revisit some songs that I've heard but hear properly for the first time, and that's now Simon's Quest's Bloody Tears. Let me know what you think of this kind of me doing this. I really want, like, I listen to all feedback, but, you know, I'm curious, you know, I'm not trying to, like, milk views or anything. I just think this sound, the song, deserves it. And I want to come full circle with hearing it properly, so. Anyways, thanks to the requesters that actually requested the song, Max and Will. Am I forgetting anything? Oh, I have to go watch that Angry Video Game Nerd video again, because that was, when was that? Let me see, you guys got me looking up stuff on YouTube now. 18 years ago. Yeah, that's probably where I heard it. I'm assuming it's in that video. Oh, sorry. I've run out of things to say. Thank you to all my Patreon members here. Thanks to you for watching. If this is your first time hearing the song, let me know. I'm very curious if I have any viewers that's never heard this song. My name is Jesse, and the Auditorium Video Game Music Rules. Peace.